Three, two, one. Good evening, everyone. I welcome each and every one of you in our 221 meeting of Heritage City Toastmasters Club. Welcome everyone. You know, Ralph Walton Emerson said a statement. All great speakers were bad speakers at some point of time. All great speakers were bad speakers at some point of time. I want to ask, how did those bad speakers turn to be great speakers? Can anyone tell me? Practice. Right. Rightly said DTM Kushal. Actually, I was also going to say that thing only. Practice, practice, and practice. And this is where Toastmasters comes into picture. Here we provide a positive and supportive learning experience to empower our members to develop their communication and leadership skills, which fosters them to develop their self-confidence and personal growth. Basically, Toastmaster is a platform to practice, and practice, and then become the leaders. That's our vision. Now, for this meeting to be successful, I want everyone to follow some rules of the meeting. I request everyone to please refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics. Also, I request everyone to please silence their cell phones so that if you'll keep all these rules, if you will adhere to all these rules, I am certain that this meeting will be a great learning experience to each and every one of you. Now I want to give this virtual platform to our presiding officer. As all members know who our presiding officer is, let me give a brief intro about her to all the guests present over here. Well, our presiding officer is someone who has completed Master of Commerce, Master of Philosophy, and Master of Fashion Management, all three masters. And after doing those degrees, she turned her hobbies and opted to pursue creative entrepreneurship. She is a great speaker, theater artist, fashion designer, photographer, and fitness enthusiast. Please help me welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Isha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham, for one of the last introductions that I am getting as a president of this club. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham, for giving me this welcome. This is a very emotional moment for me, I must say. Serving as a president for the last one tenure. First, let me clarify one thing. Am I audible and visible clearly?
Yes.
Great. It's a very, very emotional moment, I think I would say. Serving in this whole journey together, where I was completely unaware what's going to happen next. There were hurdles, there were many, many things that were going on from the very beginning of the tenure. But me, with my team and all my co-members, it was you who made this tenure successful. It was quite interesting learnings and a point of different level of growth for all of us. Wasn't it brilliant, guys? Let me ask this from all of you. Some feedbacks would be appreciated. I would ask from first our founder, DTM Kushal. How was the tenure?
Tenure was amazing. Some challenges we had because of this online and offline thing, but you guys handled it very well. And I love the way how it was taken forward. The conviction of all the members and the support from all the members was running very good. And I personally liked it very much, the way you all handled the tenure. Kudos to all of you.
Thank you so much, DTM Kushal. Well, that means a lot. Let's hear it from Toastmaster Harsh. Toastmaster Harsh, how did you feel about the tenure?
Yeah,
and tell me about your growth. How did you feel about you growing at the end of the tenure?
Yeah, tenure was really super especially I got so much opportunity to take up a TMOD role that it was really amazing, and overall the management and your leadership is just awesome. We learned live examples how here to be a champion, you won election. You not only won elections, you also won the contest as well, back-to-back contest, not only in club level but district level, to raise the name of HCDC. And yeah, it was in and all great tenure. My presence was also there most of the time during this tenure. And yeah, overall it was small community, and we all got a chance. We all got a platform to have a batting on it and score whatever runs we would have possibly won. And as DTM Kushal told that the attention issue was missing online and offline, that somehow it could have been improved, much improved, which will be taken care now. The user experience can be enhanced, so we can have more audience as well. So that's one thing which we will take care of. And venue also, we can have much better venue.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsh. Indeed, indeed. I have learned from you as well. He is the one person I have to appreciate for taking team odds back to back. 1 week, next week, and again standing today. Brilliant. I trust me. Even I don't have that kind of guts taking so many team odds in one tenure. Kudos to you over there, Toastmaster Harsh. We need to applaud him over here. Brilliant. Thank you so much for taking up and stepping up always.
Yeah, the person behind him is VP Education, Toastmaster Vikrant, who just called me week after week for roles. So without this call, I won't have taken this role.
Definitely. Our VP Education had been a spinal cord, strong backbone for all of us. Every single person right now in the club, for calling guests or for any improvement, minus of it for everyone. And for me, he was my experience power, the power of experience. I was new, I had energy, I had ideas, but he knew exactly when to throw in the experience and make the tenure fantastic for all of us. Well, with this, let us start our meeting for Heritage City Toastmasters Club. And before we move ahead, for the benefit of the guest, as we do not have any other guest apart from Toastmasters, let us just revise at Toastmasters the history of Toastmasters. What is Toastmasters? Toastmaster is an organization which was started 100 years back by a gentleman named Ralph C. Smedley. And he started this organization so that all the speakers, while he was observing that people are having difficulty in raising toasts during funerals or the weddings. So he brought up many people together, the speakers, and gave it this platform where we can enhance the communication, leadership skills, networking. And trust me, it is not limited till there. There are many more treasures that we get because of this organization. Next, today we have more than 5 lakh Toastmasters currently in the world. I'm sure at this very moment, there are many more joining and more than 16,000 clubs worldwide. Brilliant. Don't we all feel proud as Toastmasters to be the part of such kind of splendid, beautiful organization, I must say. Kudos to all of us for taking a step for the self-development and sitting here and committing to it. Now, as we move ahead, let us take the introduction of the guests that have joined. One of the guests that I see joined online is DTM Colin. DTM Colin, would you like to unmute yourself and give a brief history about you, please?
Well, to be very brief, this is my 10th year in Toastmasters, and it's been a very enjoyable journey. And I really appreciate what Toastmasters have given me, and I hope I could give what I could to Toastmasters. It's an enjoyable journey, especially I would like to say this to people who have just joined. Enjoy it, and those of us who are here for some time, keep enjoying the journey. Over to you, President.
Thank you so much, DTM Calling. Welcome. I have met him when I had joined his club for giving one of my speeches, I think in January. And today, Toastmaster Calling is here to evaluate my final speech. Thank you so much, DTM Calling, for joining us all the way from Goa. Thank you. Thank you. We brought Goa to Ahmedabad. Wow. Now that's something interesting that goes on with hybrid. Any guest we have offline? No. Okay, great. So we'll move ahead with the meeting. Now, any Toastmasters meeting is carried on by the host of the meeting. Who is the host? The Toastmaster of the day. So who is the Toastmaster of the day? Our Toastmaster of the day calls himself as professional in the professional business of industrial roofing sheets. By passion, he's a certified life coach from Institute of World #1 coach Tony Robbins, and he helps people achieve success and happiness. I'm sure he does, because this is the current theme that he has brought us with. Like with this, I'd like to welcome Toastmaster Harsh on the stage. Over to you, Toastmaster Harsh.
Thank you so much. Such a warm welcome. So very good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Are you all excited? Yes. Why we are here or wherever we go, why we go to our jobs or business and why any career, why we go? To achieve something. To achieve results or to achieve something. Right? So we have some result in mind. Why we are coming here? Yeah, to learn something new, to be effective skill, right? Self-upgradation. Self-upgradation, yes. Okay. So what we have is, I'm just using this one. We are all after results, right? Do you all agree? Yes. Hopefully this should work. Yes. Okay. We are all after results. So what's behind results? What will give us the results? Can be love, affection, satisfaction. Yeah, that's the result. Yeah, what will give that result? What is in the feel of it and we will become better version of ourselves. Right. Advancement in ourselves. But what will make it that? Our continuous effort. Continuous efforts, continuous participation. Continuous. Yes, anyone else? Hard work. Yes. So let's hear right.
Consistency and perseverance, I think, is the word.
Consistency, right? So
And
in short, action.
perseverance.
In short, I can write in one word, that is action. Right? Action will give us the result. Perpetual action. Perpetual action. Yes. It's not like that. We something today and this company. Perpetual action. We need to continue. Consistent. Yes. Very nice word is to do it. Consistent action. Yes. So what's today's theme about? Persistent action. Persistent action. We can say massive actions, persistent action. Yes. Improving and then taking, but ultimately actions will only take us to results, right? So today we will have interactive session on success. So are you guys ready? Yes. Right. But what will, right? We all know, right? Action will make us success. But how many people are getting success after taking actions? Hello, most welcome our immediate past president of Australia. Yes, so we were discussing about success. Just to brief you, result we want, that is given by actions, right? Action is only the key to results. So that's only thing we need to do. If I want to be effective speaker, I need to come here and deliver. Action, we need proper action. Proper action, proper action, persistent action, massive action, continuous action. But still, in spite of taking actions, how many percentage is the success of result? How many people get the result? I am taking actions. I want to be a master blaster Sachin Tendulkar. Will I be in top 11? The chances are very less, right? So with only actions, if we are getting results, then there is something behind it also. With only actions, we are not getting the results. 97% people take actions, but only 100% people, almost a lot of people take action, but only 3% people get the success, right? Not all. So there is something behind. We will discover and we will just discuss. Right? Anything you want to ask before I call upon general evaluator of the day? Right. Okay, then let's go ahead and I would like to call upon general evaluator of the day. Who is general evaluator? Who is software engineer by profession, animal lover, and who also loves to read whenever he gets time, and is also currently president of our club and upcoming VP education. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Keval.
We can put that thing. Those who don't study their past will repeat that with error. Those who do study their past will find other ways to do the error. Either way, you are making an error. So in every Toastmasters meeting, we will have evolution session. And being a general evaluator for the today's meeting, I'll help each of us for the good usages of communication skills and most important errors that we will not repeat in the future session. For the benefit of guests and members, the role of general evaluator is to evaluate everything that happens in the meeting and that doesn't happen in the meeting. I'll evaluate each participant and try to find good usages of preparation and together. This is a big task. For that, I'll be having a team with me. That is called as tag team. T stands for timer, A stands for R counter, and G stands for remedial. Each person in the tag team will have own roles and responsibilities, which they will explain us more in detail. So starting from the timer who is an electronics engineer by profession, by education. In profession, he is having a family business of jewelry, money and gold. By passion, he is an amateur astronomer and astrophotographer. Please help me welcome timer for the today, Toastmaster Vikram. And you will people role player. What are the other two roles you are playing? How is coming? Okay, very important. Time and size, they got the same yet in the Toastmaster, he has some idea what to deliver, but there is time limit. You have prepared switches. Time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. And today we have a reflect on last speech. Time limit would be 10 to 12 minutes. In table topic, there will be time from 1 to 2 minutes. And for speech evaluation, time limit would be 15 minutes. For debate speech, I will show time for the last speech. At 10 minutes, I will show the green card. At 11 minutes, I will show the yellow card. In 12 minutes, I will show the red card, and there will be a 30-second grace. And for regular speaker, Toastmaster Yasmin, time limit would be 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show green card. At 6 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And 7 minutes, I will show the red card. There is also a 30-second grace plus minus. So if speakers speak less than 9 with 37 and not in 12.30, he or she will be disqualified and saying 4 with 32nd and more than 12 with 37. He or she will be disqualified. For table topic, at 1 week I will show green card, at 1 week 32nd I will show yellow card, and at 2 weeks I will show a red card. There is also a 30-second grace. And last speech evaluation, I will be 2 minutes, at 2 weeks I will show the green card, at 2 weeks 30 seconds I will show yellow card, and at 3 weeks I will show red card. There is also a 30-second grace. Also, I will note down timing for all other role players. I will make the present for at the end of it can be called. Over to you. Thank you. Now coming to the second member of practice, that is a counter. A counter is a businessman, leader, and passionate about communication. He loves to see change in people and constantly strives for changing himself as well. He has done mechatronics. He has done engineering in mechatronics and MBA from IMT Ahmedabad. He is currently involved in his family business of electrical contracting. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Ruchi as a all-rounder.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters and all my dear guests. Let me give you 2 reasons why we do A's and Ums. One of the reasons that we do A's is because we are thinking. We are thinking when we are speaking. So this is the reason we do A's. The other reason we do is because of our habitual pattern of thought. This is the other reason that we do it. So today I am the R counter of the day, and I'm going to note down all the R's and Ums made by the speakers, and I'm going to give you my evaluation report in the evaluation section. And I also came across a model which I want to share. You know, the model is like this. If you are better aware, you make a better choice. And if you make a better choice, you get a better result. So I would be bringing awareness to the speaker and to the evaluation section. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster. Now going to the third member of technique, that is Remedial. Remedial. He is working as a unit head concurrent audit in Menago Sims Hospital in Ahmedabad. He is passionate about below math. Interesting. So he did ICWA, India Finance, MSW, MCOM, and pursuing his final semester of master's degree in psychology. That is great. And he is also looking forward to work as a freelancer in psychology. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Rajin.
Good evening, all of you. Outside grammar, my role is to note down the good usage of English and not so good usage of English. And my another role is to introduce word of the day and phrase of the day. Our today's word of the day is causality. 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 It means cause and effect relation between something. So I can give an example. The causality behind the popping increase in mass sale is COVID. So I think we can use this word in anything triggers or anything catalyst to some other form. It is referred into some kind of result. So in that case, we can use this word causality. And phrase of the day is in the swoop. In the swoop means in trouble. So I can give an example. I will be in swoop if I don't finish the project in time. Please use word of the day and phrase of the day. I will present my report at the end of the week. Thank you.
I would request Toastmaster Vikrant to please write the word of the day and phrase of the day in the chat box, please. That would be.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rajesh, for explaining your role about grammarians. The causality for everyone for improving communication skills. There, I am Toastmasters. You come here for improving your communication skills. So you will not be in the suit until you try them. So here is my tag team, and I'll present my report at the meeting. At the end of the meeting, all the Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, G, for helping and the introduction of all the roles with the tech team. So now let's proceed with our theme, because if you understand the basic rules, you never be in the soup when you are aiming for success. Right? It's so simple, right? Action results to success. It's so simple. We as a Toastmaster know this thing, right? But the sad thing is, if I have joined as a Toastmaster, I need to take action, be present in the meeting. But how many are present? How many are present? Right? We are not taking actions. Most problem is we are not taking actions. Why we are not taking action?
The real reason is psychologically, 95% of the human beings are negative by default. They want a motivation daily basis. Motivation is like food. They want it daily basis. It is applicable for 95% of the cases. Of course, psychology is ready.
Right.
So what we need is daily motivation,
Daily
inspiration.
motivation.
So then, in that case, if that happens, we can.
Yes. Right. Great. Yes, online, I want online participation as well. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I think the reason we stop taking action maybe because of we face challenges. Once we face challenge, and if we do not overcome that challenge, we get a feeling of failure, and hence we then stop taking action.
Okay. Anyone else?
Nowadays, everybody wants like fast food. If they don't get results, they switch over to another action. So basically, that is the reason. So if results are not getting, they're not getting motivated enough, and then that is why we mellow down on our action.
Because of procrastination, future self, present self, they are always at odds with each other. We don't see the value in what will happen in future, but we want is immediate gratification, that is present self, want immediate gratification. And that's how we take action. There's one more thing, I think it's about that outcome orientation. Most of the people think that that result is what they want to achieve. Whether it should not happen, should happen like it should be process orientation. You should not become a contest champion. You should become just a speaker. A speaker is like every day he comes and delivers a speech. It's good to be a speaker and become a champion speaker. So if you see the result, if you entirely focus on results, you just forget the process and it becomes straight up for you. So everyday actions, every minute actions is what is become.
Right. Exactly.
One famous, I forgot his name, famous. He got all the records. So he told for one minute to run, he tried 10,000 miles. But he done 1 minute, but for that he has run for almost 10,000 miles. That nobody has seen.
Right. Nobody sees that.
So we see only the 1 minute.
Right.
Against our results, nobody.
Right. Only barrier to action is, what's the barrier? Apart from mental barrier, what is the barrier to giving us speech? What's the barrier?
Barrier is actually, but
Physical barrier is always there, right? Like
mental,
apart from mental, there is physical barrier. So if I'm not potential enough to speak, my legs are broken, my voice is not there. That's only thing which can stop me from participating. Apart from mental barrier, that's only thing. Potential, right? If I am not having potential, I will not be able to take action, and then I don't get result. So third thing which I will write is potential. Now only one thing is missing here, and that's it. We will discover that. Right? What's that in upcoming? So this is the 4-step formula. That's it. This is so simple. This is so simple that if you discover this, nothing can stop you from getting the results you want. Right. Now the theme is ask me anything about success. So is there anyone who is willing to give me a challenge? Is there anyone who would like to ask anything about success? Anything you can ask in any areas.
Motivate everyone for taking TMOD.
Motivate everyone for
Because whenever I call you and you take any role, that I'm very glad for that entire tenure. That and what is behind that? Who is forcing that you take this role, and someone is not taking. So, what is your advice to
taking up the TM.
taking the TMOD? TMOD G.
Right. So my basic aim was to grow as an effective speaker. So that's my basic purpose, right? And I thought, what can solve that purpose easily, right? So speaking and curriculum and all that gives me to have prepared as for their norms and all that things. So I'm such a lazy person. I'm so lazy person that I don't like to prepare, right? And today's theme is perfect example for that. I want audience to ask me and I will answer. I have so much procrastination that I'm not even prepared anything, right? I'm so lazy person. So only thing which is super easy without preparation we can do is zero, right? Evaluation. We are daily doing evaluation. So zero is really tough. But for that, you don't need background preparation. You definitely need, but for me, I can deliver that. And the other thing is, which I can speak most of the time is TMO. So I prefer those roles instead of speaking and evaluation, speaking evaluation and all that. That's it. I can be in stage most of the times. And what is the thing required is to just get good topic. That's it. So I am a perfect example who is lazy, who is a procrastinator, and still have taken most of the TMOD role. Right? So if you are little bit person who is hardworking, little bit preparing you are, then I think you can do much better than me. Right? Now, even if you need motivation, I don't think that seeing me is nothing other than its bigger motivation. Right? If I can do this role without action, without preparing, and such a lazy person can do, I think the person all who are sitting can do that. Right? They have a potential, just take action, result will come. Fine, now let's go ahead and we'll move to our first segment of the meeting, that is prepared speeches. Second one is very exciting, that is table topics. The table topics has really helped me in taking the G and MOD roles, because every role which I take is improv, right? And the third segment is evaluation. So evaluation is very important. We just evaluate ourselves, grow and deliver again. So who is the first speaker of the day? Who? I think she doesn't need any introduction, right? She is dynamic president of our club, Toastmaster Isha. But before I call upon her, I would like to call upon an evaluator, DTM Colin, to read out this speech object. Over to Toastmaster DTM Colin.
You muted.
Yeah, are you muted?
Thank you, Toastmaster. Today, Toastmaster Isha is doing her final speech of this project. And the purpose of the project is for the member to reflect on her growth during the completion of an entire path. And the purpose also is for the member to share some aspects of her growth during the completion of this path. All the very best to you, Toastmaster Isha.
Speech title.
Speech title is very interesting. Finally, Toastmaster Isha.
Yes, Toastmaster Isha. Finally, Toastmaster Isha.
First, I would like to confirm if I'm audible and visible clearly,
Yes,
or if I need to increase my volume.
And I want to add something before Toastmaster Isa start. After she complete her speech, everyone will stand up and give her applause because she will complete pathway today.
wow, amazing.
Wow. Over to you. Your time start now.
Oh, finally. Trust me, this was not as easy as it seems, but it was not as difficult as it was portrayed. What? My fellow Toastmasters and the guest members, a very good evening to all of you. Have you ever felt the sense of accomplishment as you measured in your plans or roadmap, or just simple as in your daydreaming, getting into the practical action? Okay, let's do an exercise. Honestly, no cheating, okay? All my offline and online audience, close your eyes. Honestly, everyone. Now imagine your in-depth desire. It can be anything. Imagine yourself on the podium of success, achieving it. The world is not only clapping for you, but thanking you for achieving it, celebrating with you. Finally. Now open your eyes. Welcome back to reality. That feeling is priceless, right? Well, exactly not that. But I have covered a little sense of that feeling by completing this pathway and with much, much more clear vision for my next path in the Toastmasters. Finally, how do I do it? Let's reflect back together. Well, it was the time of 20th June 2021 when Toastmaster Jayesh called me. Hi there. Do you know about Heritage City Toastmasters Club? Well, I had inquired about it on the website. He was a very polite and altruistic president who invited me as a guest to the club. To which my response was, no, I don't want to attend as a guest. Please tell me the membership fees. I want to be the part of Toastmasters already. Surprising, right? Yes, my friends, I have never ever attended any single Toastmaster meeting in there as a guest. I had a very clear vision that I want to become a member. Formally, I was a member since 24 June 2021, but informally, I had been watching Toastmaster Championship speeches since 2015. Yes, and that exactly was my vision for myself in Toastmasters. Well, not championship, but at least I want to perform on the championship stage. But the point to note here is that I had a vision, a clear vision. I had woven a picture and steps to achieve that picture for myself. And hence, when I was given the option from those dynamically designed pathways, and after a quantifiable research, I finally chose the one that suitably related to my personality, visionary communication. Before we move ahead, let's have a quick brief on what is visionary communication. Now, if you go formally, visionary pathway is something that helps you build your skill as a strategic communicator and leader. Well, that's what you read on the website. But as the name suggests, you create a vision, a picture, or an image about a subject. It may be formal, semi-formal, or casual in your mind. And through your strategic speech or choice of words, you create exactly same image in your audience's mind. Ah, that's complex. Well, I call it, you are the magician of the stage here. Exciting, right, Toastmaster Rahul there? Wrong, not for me. Does anybody remember title for my icebreaker? Anyone? Toastmaster Vikas, do you remember the title of my icebreaker? Not a formula-based kit. And Toastmasters have the whole set of formulas. Pathway, objectives, approvals, levels. Oh, I can say my icebreaker title was an alarm that I am a rebel. Icebreakers, woof, everyone. All new Toastmasters, all experienced, seasoned Toastmasters there, all DTMs. Do you remember your icebreaker? I remember. I was prepared to give it in my very second meeting. It was an offline meeting. Pro for why? As I'm a camera phobic person. I was nervous to an extent that probably I could hear my own heart pumping aloud. I still get those goosebumps when I imagine that day. I prepared for a week with my mentor, Toastmaster Jayesh. He prepped me actually in a very, very comfort way. But along with that, he gave me a very strong piece of advice. Any idea? Simple. Practice your speech at least 30 times. And my friends, honestly, I still pay heed to that advice very seriously. And finally, after all the hustles and bustles, sweating, shivering, finally, I gave my first Toastmasters speech. And then, what? I didn't wait for the next thing. I kept on giving my speeches back to back until August, I completed my level 1. 2 months in Toastmasters and 1 level check. Finally. What drove me? Let me be honest. It was humorous speech contest and evaluation contest. That was my first taste of contest ever. I didn't want to go ahead. Remember my vision, what I said? I wanted to aim international speech contest. But then my mentor, Toastmaster Jayesh, and the president then, Toastmaster Vikas, you called me and said, why cannot we find your name in the contestant list? I was like, I just completed my level 1. I'm too naive. How can I? And then they told me the level 1 is the foundation stone of Toastmaster. You stroke it fairly. Now challenge yourself for the next. And then what? I tested my vision. Finally, I went for my first ever contest and completed it successfully, I can say, up to division level. All my speeches of level 1 reflected here, whether it was understanding the pressure of performance or keeping it simple in your content or building a bit of personal brand value by asking, what's in the name? Remember those titles? Finally, that was the closure of my level 1. Now comes the level 2. This is the one level, in my opinion, the toughest one. 3 speeches, simple, directed objectives, and people on average, I believe, take the longest time to complete it. Well, I took the longest time to start it. You see, I completed level 1 in 1 tenure. And I started level 2 in the second tenure when I became the president on January 1, 2022. And now not only I completed my level 1, but level 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finally. Why did I go for this so quick in just 1 tenure? What was my vision? You see, I'm a person with many flaws, many, but there is one strength that I have. I don't lie. I mean, strategically, I put the truth on timings, but I don't lie, especially to myself. As president, when I took members review and I was motivating others members to come and give their speeches, complete their pathways, calling them, constantly motivating them and telling them, do not procrastinate, do not procrastinate. Yeah. These are the few standard words we use. In between, I realized, how can I say to someone to do something that I have not done it for myself? If I don't understand the challenges other speakers are facing, my co-members are facing, how do I say them? Haven't we heard, be the change you want to see in the world? And that is when I finally decided to complete the pathway in this tenure. Well, it's not about completion, it's about learning from level designs. For example, level 2 taught me leadership, communication, and mentorship when I just needed it. January, I completed my level 2. Probably that helped me in the next 5 months of the tenure to act as a fair president. All 3 subjects, primary research on the subject, enlightened and carved my idea how would I lead, communicate, and mentor the club and its members fairly. Next, level 3. Well, level 3 and level 4 of visionary communication are actually interconnected. This is the time when you, with that drum roll, act as the visionary speaker finally. Level 3 says, develop communication plan to communicate change. Now, me as a very, very naive member, what change can I bring to the club? That's when my VP Education Toastmaster Vikrant told me that you are changing the club's educational environment by creating a plan, by creating an actual fight between the speakers for the speeches. And then I executed the level 1. Yes, with my VP Education, we made sure that we prepped 2 weeks prior. We did that with consistency, and trust me, till date, our speakers choose the times and the speech slot very wisely. Actually, with a fight. Finally, these 2 levels pushed me to bring a small but a noticeable change. Last but not the least, level 5 was time for developing a vision for self. Now, flashback. What was my vision when I entered Toastmasters? Reached to the stage of World Championship, right? Well, I developed it and digged into how I reached it. My first international speech contest and table topic contest. I don't know how I reached to division level in first group, but I'm happy I took the steps to accomplish my vision. Now, reflecting my pathway in exact 1 year of Toastmasters, was it all easy? No. I felt giving up like many times. I wanted to concentrate on my Instagram scrolls, Netflix and chill after work. And mind it, at times juggling between the roles of president and a newly married life, traveling different time zones. But before all these commitments, the commitment made for self, for the self-development, learning, growing, and chasing my vision was most important to me. And trust me, it is not difficult as it portrayed. Today, I pat my back for completing my pathway in 1 successful year of the learning of Toastmasters. Finally, guys, I did it. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Wow. This was a very important for our president. Amazing. What an inspiring journey of entire curriculum. So we would like to have feedback to Toastmaster, our President Isha, on her WhatsApp chat itself. Yes, so 30 seconds for that.
My mobile.
Okay, now it's time to move to our next speaker. So who is speaker two? She is Toastmaster Yasmin, a mother busy in learning and unlearning. She has done a BTech in computer science and also was a lecturer. Super. She likes to read and write and wish to be a woman of her dreams someday. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Yasmin. But before that, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Bharat, her evaluator, to read out this speech object. Her speech object. Toastmaster Bharat. Yes, total.
Good evening, Maximus. I would like to, my net is not working properly. I would like to ask to Mr. Vikrant to be doing on my behalf as my net is not consistent from past couple of minutes. I'm traveling on the way.
Okay, I'm reading the objective. Okay.
Okay, yes.
Where is the- Toastmaster Yasmin is going to deliver her speech from Pathway Innovative Planning, Level 1 S2. The title of speech is Your Need Actually a Need? And timer, it means me. Time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Kemod.
Toastmaster Yasmin, is your need actually your need? Is your need actually your need? Toastmaster Yasmin, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Are you always lazy on weekdays? Does Monday morning ghost scares you the most? Do not worry. Buy our cocoa powder. Take 1 scoop a day and shoo that ghost away. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I am going to put the light on something which we all are being prey of. There is a pit in which every one of us are falling without even knowing. That is consumerism. What is consumerism? Consumerism actually is an idea that the more material possessions or the more goods and services you have, the more happy you are. It means your material gains and material possessions are directly related to your well-being. Do you remember those times when we have very lesser means, less number of gadgets and furnitures, easy meals, and fun being with our friends and family at home? There was merely a sofa and a bed to lie on. But were we happy at that time? Yes, we were. I think you will agree that we were happier at that times too. But now, as the time has passed by, the needs are increasing, or I should say exponentially increasing. New needs have been created. The things which were luxury in the past is now a necessity. Causality being the peak in the number of goods being bought by the consumers. We all have smartphones, we all have laptops, we all used to surf the internet, go through the YouTube, Instagram, etc. Before I watch a video, every time I am being pinged by an advertisement, which though I can skip, but I am not that resistant to it. I end up watching it. And what happens next? I search that product. The product that is being advertised is being searched by me, and I go on and buy that product. And many of such products are still lying in my closet or on my shelves. never being used. Being very honest, never being used, many of them. So in that way, what these advertisements are doing, they are pointing your brain in a direction that there is something less in your life, or there is something you need to upgrade in your lifestyle by compelling you to buy their product and spend a huge sum of money from your pockets. You end up buying that product, keeping it with you, owning that, and that temporary satisfaction makes you do this again. This is a trap in which we all are falling for. A decade back, I was traveling in a train via Delhi. I was watching. The view was good. I was on a window seat. I saw a slum area beside the track, and there were tattered roof and plastic walls. But the only thing that amazed me was there was a dish antenna on every roof. There was a TV in every hut I saw. Where there is a TV, there is consumerism. Not only television, I can see the banners mushrooming all around the city, which sometimes show ridiculous things, ridiculous taglines. Eat this biscuit and shoo off your anxiety away. Try this hair oil and turn your curly hairs to straight. The funniest of all, which I related, was struggling with parenting? Do not worry. Try this tea and be a relaxed mom. I tried that tea, I should say. Okay. Coming back, I'm not against buying things. For our economy to grow, we need marketing, we need advertisements. There are many good products in the market, good advertisements, which we all need to spend our hard-earned money on. But before adding anything to your cart, I think we must pause a little, take a break, think that if you actually need that product, or you're just buying it because something prompted your mind when you saw an advertisement or read a banner. With this, I want to end my speech, and I want just to say that a cocoa powder cannot shoo off your Monday morning blues, but you surely can fight your urge to buy something and keep it in your shelf without any need of it. Okay, so before buying, remember, otherwise you will be in the soup. Thank me later. Thank you.
Thank you very much for such a wonderful speech. Yes, so hopefully your speech I have heard lot before. I could have saved lot of money on unnecessary things which I stock online or offline. Fine, 30 seconds of feedback to Toastmaster Yasmin. Do you have her mobile number, all of you? No. And what can we do is, please type your mobile number here, so I can write it here. Mobile number for feedback. Okay. 88. Yeah, this is her mobile number. 8839257022. Now for Toastmaster, yeah, feedback. Yes, and you can also vote for the best speaker. polling, yes, polling, that follow that. What's up, message? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Or who is not taking those also there. This is my number 90995608. Just for confirmation. Fine. So let's come back to our team success. Right? Now we have three ingredients. For example, if I take up action, if I
Whom to message the best?
stand in a contest, right? And say suppose if there is
Toastmaster Vikrant,
Yes.
sorry, Toastmaster Ruchi have a question, I guess. Or Toastmaster Bharat have a question about whom to message about the best speaker.
Send to the Toastmaster Hut.
Toastmaster Hirsch, Toastmaster of the day.
TMOD. Send to the TMOD.
right, my number you can write. Yeah. Fine, is it clear now? Okay, fine. So we just okay, fine. Let's go ahead. We just discovered that potential should also be there, right? If I take action, if I stand in the contest and Toastmaster Isha is also there, who has better chance of winning the contest? Or DTM Kushal, who has a better chance of winning? We both take same
DTM
action.
Kushal,
Right?
there is no question.
Right?
This is no question, sorry.
Not forget about the
I object, my lord.
if I DTM Kushal is standing, who has a better chance, right? Who has better chance? DTM Kushal, we all know that because he has a better potential. He has a better potential, right? If Toastmaster Isha and some new Toastmaster is there, who has a better chance?
New Toastmasters as well, because I'm a freeze. People over there are Toastmaster because so I can freeze on stage. And sometimes my gadget may not work.
So who has a chance? Who has a better potential, right? Who has a better potential? So potential is very much necessary. Potential should be there. Without potential, if we take action, we can't get result. Right? I can't be taking the same action as Sachin is taking and get the same result. Potential should be there. If I have only, say, this franchisee of Biggie's Burger, and if I assume I want to have 30 franchises in one day, if I don't have a capital potential, if I don't have manpower, team, or potential, the result is not going to get. So we must have a potential also. That is a very key. Right? So as per potential, if we take actions, we can get result. But what's the last thing? What's the last thing? Right? And the result is in the outside world. Result is in the outside world, not in our inside world. Yeah, you want to say something?
What to is to update.
Yes. Update. Update. That's a very key. Yes, fine. Result is in the outside world. Where is the championship contest? Where is the trophy? It's there in outside world, right? And what will take us to trophies? Our actions. So action is a bridge from inside world to outside world. And potential is also like a both mixture of both inside and outside world. Right? In terms of business goals, it can be a potential of my mind as well as my capital. Both the things are necessary. And action and potential are the bridges. Right? Then what is the last thing? Yeah, just a minute. Red card is there. Belief. Oh yes, belief. Let's put it here. To shoot it on the nail. So belief is very important thing. If we have the combination of this four, we can get any result. This is as simple as that. That's, for example, what's the most desired result? Yes, Toastmaster President, Isha, what's the desired result you take in life right now? What's your desired result? What do you want? What's the success you are aiming?
Maybe peace for now. Or if you say you're targeting about the Toastmasters, then
Any. Ask me anything. Yeah.
in any area, I think, to be very honest, I'm aiming for peace in life. Peace in life. That's it. Peaceful, good sleep every day.
Okay, right. So you have to believe that you can get a good sleep, right? That's it. And you have potential for good sleep. What you need to do is sleep one time. You need to take that action and you will get that result. That's as simple as that, right? That's so simple, right? You just need to believe how you have a potential action and you can get result, right? So now it's time to have shift towards second segment of the meeting. That is most exciting. That is table topics. That's the way how I deliver my every goal in Toastmasters. So who is table topic master of today? He is, you all know, electronics engineer by profession, family business in gold and jewelry, and by passion amateur astronomer. You all know who is currently serving club as a VP education and our upcoming president. Please help me welcome none other than Toastmaster Vikram.
I think you guys are on mute.
Very good evening once again. Good evening. Now the second part, most exciting part of the is e-commerce and in stocks. How it can help? How it can help our They have topic to prepare at home, but here you don't know what is in my bucket. You have to discount stage and without a big mastery. You have to think and just appeal today as a table topic master, I have a topic and topic for you. And for the table topic time will be between 1 to 2 minutes. And I urge everyone to use word of the day, place of the day in best order. So who is volunteering first? From online or offline, one by one. Toastmaster DTM Kusal is coming.
Okay.
I have 10 numbers and 10 topics. So choose anyone. One. DTM Kusal, face is the mirror of your heart. Face is the mirror of your heart.
Face is indeed the mirror of our heart. Why? Because it's difficult to smile when you're on the stage, right? For me, it is because I'm married. But for the rest of you, it is difficult to smile because people might think what is going in his hand, why is he smiling all the time? And likewise, if we say a book is the content of the face of the book is the content of the book. And how the saying goes, you should never judge us by its cover. Likewise, face is the reflection of what you are thinking. What person are you in your heart? Many a times we try to fake what we are not, and what we end up as being the truth. Agree? It happens most of the time. What we always should remember is have a happy heart and be genuine in your expression. It will always go right if you talk what you feel and not trying to be fake. And it goes exactly opposite to what I just said, take it till you make it. How it goes opposite? The content should be genuine, authentic, and the confidence you can fake unless you come out and make it. I always say that behind a very beautiful face, actor or let's say a superstar might not be that person, that much good a person at heart. A smiling face might have depressions, anxiety, stress within themselves. So you cannot judge a book by its cover, you cannot judge a person by its face. But what you need to always have and appreciate is a beautiful heart with it. How do you get to know what a beautiful heart is? As simple as by your genes. As we also talked about success, you need action, you need belief, and you need potential. Likewise, in your life, what you need is action behind every word you say and be authentic of the people. And that will bring you the positive effect wherein your thoughts, words, and action will put yourself in synchronization. Having said this, I would always urge everyone not to judge the book by its cover or person by its.
Now let's. PM Colin, would you like to go?
All right. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Good.
Just number from 2 to 9, 2 to 10. One is already taken.
2 to 10.
Yes.
Number 7.
Number 7.
7. That's my number.
Okay. ETM calling. If we learn from our mistake, why are we always so afraid to make a mistake? If we learn from our mistake, why are we always so afraid to make a mistake? ETM calling.
I'd like to reframe that. I don't believe we make mistakes. I believe we have feedback, and we learn so much about feedback in Toastmasters. So everything which is considered a mistake, in my opinion, is feedback. And that is the reason why we are not afraid to make more, what in English, what everybody would call mistakes, if we look at it as feedback. The minute we have feedback, we have results, we have experience. We know that even if we are going to fail, it's not going to be the same way as it happened before, because again, we are going to reframe fail. It's going to be success in our own way. For example, I have been a very bad businessman, as what everybody told me. And I failed in a business which I started in 1993. In about 10 years, it was out. But today, I actually train people in entrepreneurship, preparing business plans, etc. So the whole idea is when you fail, you know where others could make that failure, and you can actually help block it. So mistakes is only in the dictionary. I don't want to bring it into my life. Reframe it, feedback. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much. Now, want to come?
Toastmaster Shubham.
Toastmaster Shubham, do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts? Toastmaster Shubham. Good evening, my fellow.
that every one of us over here definitely faced some issues earlier in our lives related to sleep, right? Parents used to say, "So down, you could there were things like that. So, do you believe in ghosts? What exactly is the perception of ghosts? What should be the topic actually? So, the perception of ghosts, what exactly is it? I mean, is it what you're afraid of? For example, you are afraid of committing mistakes, ghosts. You are basically afraid of certain fears that you face, overcoming those ghosts. So, what exactly is that? Do you believe in ghosts? Yes, we should believe in ghosts. What exactly are they? They are basically fear that we need to overcome. And how are we supposed to do it? We are supposed to do it by taking certain actions in order to overcome that. So yes, I do believe in ghosts, and I feel that everyone should believe in ghosts. Only with the mindset that we should be improving, and ghosts are there to improve us. And yeah. How you can look at the ghost is important. That was
Now, anyone from? Yes,
I can
anyone
go if you want.
Oh wow, Toastmaster Hardik. Wow.
I'm sorry,
Possible?
camera will not be on, but I can go if you want, please.
Oh,
Yeah, we want to see your
we
handsome
want to
face.
see where you are.
Yes.
Club or
Sorry,
India Club.
I'm in the middle of the things, but I can definitely give a shot as I'm always inspired by Harsh impromptu speech.
Your
So I
slot
want
is
to give a
inspired by
shot.
me.
Okay.
Definitely, go ahead.
So Toastmaster Hardik, 1, 7, and 9 is taken. Give me the number, your choice. Out of 1, 7.
Number two, the
Number
lucky
two.
number two.
Number 2, victory. It's a sign of
Okay.
victory.
Toastmaster Hardik, what is takeaway from this tenure? What is takeaway from this tenure, Toastmaster Hardik?
Oh my God, that's $1 million question. What is the takeaway? But you did not put right question there. What is the takeaway for me, for Harsh, for other Toastmasters, for our Jay and Viru? So what is this question phrase to?
It's for you. He's saying for you.
If I want to summarize it, what is the takeaway? In this channel, as Toastmaster, the whole HCEC fraternity, remember when January started, we were going through the third phase, almost there, the Omicron version, and I was frightened not to be participating physically, and almost everyone we quickly moved to the online version. The last channel, I could say it was amazing. I just joined it. So since September to December, it was kind of a learning curve for me. Thereafter, I could see the way each individual at this club has been empowered and motivated by the entire team. And that's the reason, or that's the main goal of any leadership. So if I want to summarize it in 3 points: empowerment and inspiration for everybody, increasing significant increase in membership that we have seen, and it seemed to me a collaborative teamwork. Yet last time I gave again those 3 points to ponder and work as part of the good to great strategy, and I look forward for that. Thank you so much.
What is the difference between living and existing? What is the difference between living and existing? Shows up down. Hi everyone. We have today's topic. Difference between living and existing. I think it all the existing, as people definition as parents will be existing is just being there, not having any excitement, like there is no living it. Existing is just something more that you are doing in your life. So, when you born as a kid, you don't have that much conscience. You just you don't have you're not conscious. Your parents are taking care of you. They're just living there. You're not existing, but you are living your life. To grow up, you need to gain some consciousness. You are aware about your background. There also, yeah, existing, but you get to learn to take you face into the challenge life. So yeah, and as you grow, when you school, when you college, you learn a lot of new things, and which changes your way of living. Definitely, that's it. Face some challenges or you face ups and downs. So the energy towards living, but never, never. You always look forward to how it is like everything okay, okay. Not only existing, but always constant. How to can do more and more, how to get more. Always to be like yeah, but there is much more about everything that to live life. Yeah, there is a difference between living and existing. There's no a part of life, but living it will help you grow in many more areas, find one person in life, one person, the meaning of life. What will it is explored.
If we have time, Toastmaster Bharat would like to go. He raised his hand online. If we have time.
Okay,
Fine, let's.
Yes, Toastmaster Bharat.
The last one. The last one.
Audible?
Yes, you are audible. Where are you? Yeah, your beautiful, handsome face we would like to see.
Without video, you cannot spot that.
Okay, fine, go ahead. Go ahead with the topic.
Toastmaster Bharat.
Yes.
1,
Topic
2,
please.
5, 7, 9 is taken. Number?
Random baby topic.
Okay, so 1.79 is 1, 2, 5.
1, 2, 5, 7, and 9 is taken.
Number 10.
Number
Okay,
10. 10, okay.
Okay. Toastmaster
10.
Bharat. What are qualities of a good friend? What are qualities
of
a good friend, Toastmaster Bharat?
Good evening, everyone. You know what?
Good evening.
You know what a person needs in his life other than food, water, and a good friend. I can talk about this topic for more than 5 minutes, but as the time persists me, I would like to say what are the good qualities of a friend. A friend is the one who understands when you don't speak as well. He can find pain in your smile and laughter in your tears at times. Yourself. I would like to say one incident about Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi, as a prime minister, that how he take out his frustration, how manages things. He says, I have a secret friend. Secret in the sense the friend doesn't I share my things with him. But the moment I feel so blissful inside that I have nothing inside me and can have a good day, a good week. We all need friend whom we can share and understand our feelings and we can share his with us. My good friend things to me, they are one of the main reasons behind my good sanity. These are the qualities of a good friend. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Very much. I don't know for the we are qualified. Just all this qualified. We have 6 speakers: DTM Kusar, DTM Colin, Toastmaster Subham, Toastmaster Hardik, Toastmaster Rahul, and Toastmaster Bharat. Please give your base table topic speaker vote to Toastmaster Kadesh, Toastmaster Harsh. And with this, I am calling GMOD vote again. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster Kadesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Presiding Officer, upcoming Presiding Officer, Toastmaster. I live in the future, right?
Oh, wow, wow.
Fine, so
All the
yeah. So everybody has voted. Fine, so I will wrap up my thing by saying that this is a model for success, right? Anyone would like to throw up a challenge and would like to share your goal? Just in
I
1
think,
minute. Yes.
yeah, I think Toastmaster Harsh, one thing that when we are talking about success, I learned this thing from Toastmaster Ajish. When we were talking about barriers or even we are talking about the secrets of success, I believe what Toastmaster Ajish told me once after the contest, he called me and he said, me, Isha, remember, you're consistent, you're hardworking, but hold on to perseverance. You need to be working as equally hard for every single speech of yours, for every single action of yours, equally. Even if it's a contest, even if you're giving a pathway speech, even if you are delivering a speech somewhere just for a trial, or you're taking a timer role, or you're taking a role just as simple as you're doing a table topic casually. After everything that you have won, or even you have a naive speaker, start as a naive speaker from basic with equal amount of hard work in every action. I think that is the secret to success.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So we have a lot of ingredients to success. Just like last example, I would like to give. If I want to have 10 lakhs rupees monthly income, suppose my income goal is 10 lakh rupees. So first of all, what I need to do is have a belief that I can achieve this goal. I can make 10 lakh rupees. For that, whatever I need to do is I will do, I will visualize, I will meditate, I will create assurance. What will that do is I will generate potential. Right? How I will generate potential? I will network with people, I will find some product, find some business, whatever I need to do is I will do, take that action. And then definitely there is a chance of result. And with the result, what I will do is my belief will be stronger. If I am making 1 lakh rupees now, my belief will be stronger with the result. Now I will have a great potential for another goal. I will improve Now I will have a potential of 2 lakh rupees. I will do whatever I need to do. I will increase capital, increase products, increase franchisee, will take action, then get results. Then I will repeat the process. I will achieve 2 lakh. Similarly, I will increase my goals and will reach the results. So similarly, if I want better relationships, first is I need to believe that my wife and I can have better relationships. And my friend, Ajit and me can have better relationships. As a friend, as a Toastmaster, as a mentor, then I will do is what we definitely have potential. We definitely have potential as a mentor mentee or friends. Then we will take actions, we will do quality time to each other, develop our friendship, and result will be a good friendship. So any goal it can be, right? If I want to have a gym, first I need to believe that I can have a good health. That's it. That's so simple. This is a missing in most of the people. Belief. Most of the people are not attending here because they don't have belief that they can be a great speaker like our champions, Toastmaster Vikas, Vikranji, DTM Kushal, lot of champions, our own presidents, online from USA attending, right? Lot of champions are there. So belief is what we need to work on. Most of the books we read is what they develop is belief. So now, without further ado, I would like to call upon G of today to have further evaluation segment of the meeting. Over to Toastmaster table. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I cannot hear you guys.
Evening. Good evening.
Good evening, good afternoon. Evaluating the speech helps us to improve and enhance our common speaking practice. More we evaluate, more we learn. More we learn, more we can apply best speaking practices to our community. Are you guys ready for breakfast of the champion? Yes. Ready? Solutions. First evaluation for the today is he needs no introduction, first of all, because I can say that he is associated with Toastmasters since 2012. I will repeat 2012, guys. It's a 10-year of experience in Toastmasters. Being a Toastmaster, we can imagine that how the person will be having an experience as a Toastmaster for the tenure of 10 years. He is a Toastmaster from Ahmedabad Toastmasters Club, Goa. He is a veteran Toastmaster and had a successful journey, Toastmaster journey as far. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Colin from Goa. Toastmaster. Over to you, Toastmaster Colin.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for that introduction. Hello, Toastmasters, and especially my speaker for today, Toastmaster Isha. Let me start by saying that was a very strong beginning. You made not only gave that idea of challenge to thread and needle, but you also made use of the screen, coming close to it and emphasizing on what you wanted to show. So excellent start. At least it got me immediately connected. So that is very important. So it was a participation of the audience sought right at the beginning. So you had a visualization experience for everybody. You got everyone involved in what you were saying and what you were doing. So that is another very good technique you used. Your language was simple. The way you presented was very simple. And more importantly, right through the speech, you had that ever shining smile. So that was the most important connect which I got from your speech. Now, what I liked about your speech very particularly, excellent use of pauses. The example was finally chose one suitable path or pathway. So, that finally, after finally, that pause made a big difference. Voice modulation was excellent. new TM or new Toastmaster, all seasoned Toastmasters was at a lower volume. And then new to the extent I could hear my own heart pumping. That was a lot of force put into that. So again, a voice modulation, a softer and a louder bit. And finally, the pace. I like the pace also. Not only level 1, level 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that pace actually gave impact to the speech. One or two, just one suggestion actually. The actions. I've seen the actions going out of the screen most of the time, cutting the screen. So that could be avoided. Otherwise, and I felt at some point there were a little extra actions which could be avoided. And your action were constrained to this. Okay, so you could spread it out without cutting the screen. So overall, excellent delivery. I've already spoken about pace, volume, voice modulation, which were all well balanced. Engaging content because you kept the audience involved. Just some attention to the actions as I told you. And this could go a few notches higher, but don't forget, that smile has to continue through all your speeches. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That's for me. Now coming to the next leader. Next leader is none other than our current Master of Philosophy from the Gujarat University, Master of Fashion Management from National Institute of Fashion Technology. He is a speaker, clear artist, and you all know, excellent speaker. So, over to you, Toastmaster Isha.
First, am I audible and visible clearly?
Yes, yes, you are.
If you can understand your subject very well, you can deliver it very well. Isn't this what we witnessed today in Toastmaster Yasmin's speech? A very good evening to my fellow Toastmaster and a special good evening to Toastmaster Yasmin. What a brilliant construct. What a splendid and a visible growth. The foremost thing that I liked about your speech, number first, was title. Is your need actually a need? Do you know you grabbed the audience attention the very moment your title was announced? We actually started thinking about our needs. Yes. And I would say it is a very intelligent format, how you put a subject as sincere as consumerism into the simple title, which is very relatable and understandable for the audience. Kudos to you, Vadu. The second thing that I liked about your speech was a brilliant construct. You had a very effective starting. You started with raising a question. That was one of the very intelligent and I would say experienced or seasoned speaker start. Then you had a whole body constructed with various personal examples. And then your end was again a question which made us go thinking that, oh, is our need actually a need? Brilliantly constructed over there, Toastmaster Yasmin. Isn't it what the audience can relate to? Right, audience? And the third most important thing that I liked about your speech was use of personal examples. You are a brilliant speaker, Toastmaster Yasmin, that we could see through what? Through your observance. The way you observed that there were banners, dish TVs on all the terraces that you have seen and the banners that were reading. You added humor with your personal experience by saying, eat this biscuit and let the anxiety go away. I was like, seriously, what is this biscuit name? Struggling with parenting and try this tea. Oh, you tried it. Brilliant. So that's great. Now, as I always say, there is no speech which is 100%. There's always 1%, at least 1% of improvement. So the first thing that I'd like to improve on is vocal variety. You're very loud and confident, Yasmin. When you can add a bit of vocal variety. For example, when you say exponentially increasing, you can emphasize on the word exponentially. Or when you say, but now is the time, right? You emphasize, you're putting and motivating that now is the time to realize consumerism. That you can emphasize. Second is your body language. It's okay even if we give our speech in the position while we sit, but you can use variety of your hands. You can move forward and back of the camera and make the speech much more lively. Overall, I would say it was a brilliant speech. Yes, a very informative style. The brilliant points were catching title, construct. Only if we sparkle these little feedbacks, I'm sure we have a very promising speaker in front of us. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yasin. Over to you, Toastmaster General Evaluator.
We'll hear from protect. We'll hear it from the reverse. We'll hear it from first of all familiar. Toastmaster Rajesh. What do you?
The mortality behind we are hearing self-accreditation and self-improvement. So we are getting every session the same causality. So that's why these meetings are always fruitful for me. So the word of the day, causality, being used by Toastmaster Cable, Toastmaster SP, and Toastmaster Cushion. And rest of the day, illustrative, being used by Toastmaster Cable again, Toastmaster SP, and Toastmaster Cushion. And I just mentioned also good usage of English. Gold mapping, a great dream, it's of advance, exponentially increasing, the finest of gold, make it till you make it, collaborative teamwork. I just mentioned some of the notes for good usage of English. Instead of more speaking, the better usage is instead of more speeches. Read out gift speech objective. Better usage is read out care speech objective. I have an ambition. The better usage is I have an ambition. That's it from my side. Thank you.
That's going to the second member of next week. Please thought on that. Toastmaster Rajesh. What do you?
Yes. Thank you. So, okay, I'm starting with show and ask. Toastmaster Shubham had one A. Toastmaster Isha had one Toastmaster Cable faltered twice. Toastmaster Vikrant had one A. Toastmaster Ajish had one A. Then we have Toastmaster Harsh. I want to give a feedback to Toastmaster Harsh, myself, and Cable. The feedback is like this: when we have a sentence, let's say Ruchir Mehta is a businessman and is a passionate communicator. Let's complete one sentence. This is my feedback to you. Let's complete one sentence, take a pause, and then start another sentence. I think the flow of a sentence, if you maintain the flow of a sentence, it would be brilliant for you. Myself had 3 hours. Then Toastmaster Rahul had 7 hours, and DTM Colin had 1 hour, and Toastmaster Bharat had 1 hour. This is from my.
Third member of next week, Toastmaster Vikrant. What do you?
I think that can take multiple hours many times, and it helps me to not put in the soup because I have done many times in the road and take also I have multiple road. Now let's start. I'm presenting my timer report starting from
Started now. Toastmaster Shubham. 2 minutes 55 seconds. Deciding officer Toastmasters are 7 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster of the day Toastmaster was 15 minutes 30 seconds. General Toastmaster time 4 minutes 30 seconds. Timer Toastmaster time before I'm presenting I was 2 minutes 30 seconds. Now after after Toastmaster routine. Total timing 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Remaining before and after total timing 2 minutes. Prepared speech segment. Toastmaster is a 12 minute, I say 43 but 30. This speech will be ATM calling. Total time before and after 40 seconds and 3 minutes. Total 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Equal to Toastmaster Yasmin has taken 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Or equally to Toastmaster Isa. Before and after total is 3 minutes and 50 seconds. The table topic master is 1 minute. Coming to table topic speaker, ATM sir has taken 2 minutes 8 seconds. ATM calling has taken 1 minute 31 seconds. Toastmaster Shubham has 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Hardik 2 minutes 11 seconds. Toastmaster Rahul something. Toastmaster Bharat 1 minute. Please all my side. I'm a report. Now going to the my you can say meeting started a bit late. Meeting has started on 5:10. We can improve it the next meeting. About beginning of the meeting, we are on time. Close to you, right? Starting from Saturday arms. Saturday arms from you started meeting with the bank. Audience were engaged. Then you have started the meeting. So close to you, you have gathered the audience, attention of the audience in a quick way. About President Toastmaster Isha, you explain your experience for this tenure and other members as well. You explain about what Toastmaster is. You also taken guest interview. Good to you as well. Coming to the next part, Toastmaster of the day. Master, please explanation about results. Results. You want to achieve results. You told us about action. How we can take action to achieve that result. For that result, we have to gain a potential. How we can have a potential for achieving that action. For that action, what you need is the belief. Close to you for deep explanation about results. Now coming to the speaker one, Master Isha. You explain brief about what is meant by finally. What is the reason behind the theme of your speech is finally. You have also explained about your past experience. You have explained your vision to improve your communication style and learning why you are going to Toastmasters. I must say your facial expression and voice clarity was indeed phenomenal. Kudos to you. Coming to the speaker number 2, Yasmin. Is your need actually your need? Today we all learn about what is actually your need. Detailed explanation about configuration. What is the meaning of the word configuration? And how we can control our urges for 5 months. So we will take consideration. Kudos to you, speaker. Now coming to the illustrator 1, Toastmaster
distinguished explanation of evaluating a person. You see a statement is all related to this. And your evolution helps us, even us, to improve our communication skills. A big round of applause. We are glad you have come to our club and given your experience. We learn from it. Now coming to the evaluated group, Isha, as always, you always give your evaluation report thoroughly. So also these points that Master Yasmin can improve. We have next week. Close to you as well. To the next part, able to master you explain in detail about your role. Topics that you were selected were good and easy. Audience were easily able to speak it out. In tabletop master, in tabletop test, one thing important that topics should be easy so that every speaker can speak it out. They haven't faced any causality to speak. About table topic speaker, I want to congratulate all of the table topic speakers to try and come on this stage. So it takes guts to come here on the stage to speak anything. No, and you don't know it. So kudos to you, every table topic speaker. In the last acting, at the timer, Master Vikram, you always come to help us when we need any person for role. You explain detail about your role, what the timer is, what are the timings for each speech, and you can say you are a multitasker and you are master. To the all-rounder, Toastmaster Ruchi, to explain your role in detail. Being an online, it is not easy to hear every speech on hybrid level. So kudos to you. You have listened very well and you have listened very well in detail. Now, that was the Toastmaster Aziz, the familiar, big explanation about your role. The grammar here, it is not an easy task to find duplicity and validity. So to you on that part. And another thing, the word of the day and kind of the day you have mentioned it was kind of and you explained in detail so each participant were easily using word of the day and estimate of the day. Kudos to you on that part. I can say on the overall meeting was great. We have learned many things today from the meeting. We can maintain another thing, we can maintain in the next future about guidance and so on that part, can you show it? So this is my remote over.
Everybody can't hear.
Thank you so much for such detailed and crisp evaluation. Amazing. So you guys enjoyed meeting today? Right. So now let's have a voting, right? So first, you will vote for the best evaluator. Right? Second, you will vote for best role player. And third, you will vote for the best leader. So evaluators, there are two evaluators, Toastmaster DTM Colleen and Toastmaster Isha. Best evaluator. For role players, there would be acting, right? Active and Sergeant Dance. Toastmaster Shubham, Sergeant Dance. Namarian Toastmaster Rich, Toastmaster Vikrant as a timer, and Ruchir as an counter. Yes. And for best leader, GE Toastmaster Payroll, Toastmaster Vikrant table topic speaker, and me.
Bitcoin.
While you guys are voting, let me conclude the meeting as we'll be running out of time. Right?
Yes, to carry on.
Well, it was a brilliant, splendid, and one of again, a memorable meeting for all of us, for all the members. Wasn't it, guys? We learned a lot from our new members. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Toastmaster Shubham Arora and Toastmaster Rahul Soni and welcome them in the first meeting. They're completing their first meeting as member of Heritage City Toastmaster Club, and both performed splendidly on the stage as the table topic speakers. Kudos to you over there. We are looking forward to have again 2 promising speakers on the stage more and more. Brilliant role playing, guys, brilliant participation, everyone, be it online, be it offline. As a general evaluator, have summed up the meeting brilliantly. I'm very happy to see Toastmaster Keval in the meeting. Toastmaster Keval, you're welcome back in the meetings, and I'm looking forward to see you more and more in the meetings. Well, it was a great meeting overall. But before we move ahead, let us have the feedback from our guest. Let us hear it from DTM Colin, all the way from Goa. Over to you, DTM Colin. Your feedback for our meeting.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Yes, it was an interesting meeting because it's one of the few hybrid meetings I have attended. We tried it out in our club. It was quite difficult, and I would say kudos to your club. It was flawless here, I felt. Very well organized. Okay, internet is something we can't do anything about. We can do only our best. And yet everything was well put together. And I enjoyed the meeting. I enjoyed what went on. And I think, yes, I would like to come back sometime. So whether it may be just as a guest, it's not necessary that I have a role. If you want me to have a role, I'm always there. So thank you for inviting me. Thank you for the interesting part you provided at the meeting. I enjoyed myself and looking forward to the next time. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, DTM Colin. It was indeed interesting to have you and listen a different kind of evaluation. I'm sure it was very seasoned, and it was a learning experience for me, not just as a speaker, but how to evaluate with lot of patience and wisdom on the stage. Thank you so much, DTM Colin, for teaching us all again over here with an example. Well, let us have, because we do not have any guests offline, let us have feedback from our members. If anybody would like to give a feedback while our Toastmaster of the day, Harsh, is calculating the votes, let us have feedback. Anybody? Toastmaster Rahul? Soni, how was your experience as the member?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
It is my first meeting after and I do attended a couple of one is often again, 2 meetings often. So it was the first time I know how self progress and how it goes. It was a good experience. If I'm looking forward to more and more. So far, I have I think I lack little bit less. I am looking forward to having a prepared speech. I think I have a better confidence there. So, yeah, I was talking to the Toastmaster how they participate. How I can participate for prepared speech. Yeah, it was a good experience.
Great. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. I'm looking forward, Toastmaster Rahul Soni, since a very long time to hear you as a speaker, because you are a fabulous speaker. I've seen you much more in a vocal variety, a confidence in your voice. I've listened to you online and offline as well. Welcome to Heritage City Toastmaster Club. Let us hear it from one of our again new member, Toastmaster Vikrant. I can't see him because of you capturing the camera. So I'll take for Toastmaster Shubham Arora. Can you please share your feedback as a member?
I'm really looking forward to all those learnings. And it was a very
Looking forward to Toastmaster Shubham Arora. Again, I have listened to you online, and I think we have something similar kind of a journey, because only that you attended one meeting as a guest and the next meeting you're a member. Wow, that's amazing. That's a confident choice, I must say. Now, moving to the end of the meeting, moving to concluding our meeting, we would announce first the awards. And for announcing the awards,
I just messaged.
yes, Toastmaster Grant, I read it. And for announcing the awards, I would like to call the president-elect and the Toastmaster of the day on the stage, because I was participating. So let there be a fair announcements by our president-elect, our current VP Education, and our Toastmaster of the day, both of you on the stage. Over to you.
Which priority you want to your choice. This speaker goes through. Come on online. Don't have online. It's fine. This speaker goes to none other than our President Toastmaster Isha.
Thank you so much. I'll take a snapshot here. I'll print it.
Same person, Toastmaster Isha. It was really tough choice for me. Now coming to this table topics, we have two DT and just 4 amazing Toastmasters. Who can be? Yes, exactly. I ate a soup. I ate the desk, a burger, I ate the So what, which next step would you like to do? It is role play. Any guesses? We have a timer, our computer is amazing. Fast lesson you Yes. None other than our multitasking upcoming President Toastmaster Vikrant. Guys, this is the benefit of TMOD. You can give awards to upcoming president, our champions, DTM. And if you don't do a TMOD, you need to be a champion to come here. So be a TMOD, man. Right, yes. I can give award to our presiding officers and DTM. Now, coming to the base lead role. Toastmaster debate, general evaluation, and favorite topic. 3 diamonds, but out of that 1 diamond, G. Someone who have success plan.
Thank you so much, guys. Brilliant. Congratulations to all the people who have won the award.
This is all from my side.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to all the winners and yes, no doubt we have winners, but have a lot of hard choices the audience had, and lot of votes have been divided to all the speakers as well. DTM, Colleen, Yasmin, and all the top performers, including our speakers, even topic speakers, and even Toastmaster Ruchi, Toastmaster Keval. Yes, so everybody got lot of votes. Yes, it was really tough choice. I got lot of things and just one or two votes here and there, and we had to choose winner. It was really tight competition. All were the winners. Yes, so over to
Thank you so
deciding.
much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsh. Indeed, as I said, this is the one thing that I am a little rebellion over the awards. I don't understand. I don't understand awards. I'm very, very, very obvious of that. And I'm very clear on that every single participant who come on the stage over here, I think there's a win. When you participate, you win. And from your participation, everybody else win because they learn. They come with a vision here to learn and they complete their vision with your participation. So thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for everyone. I'll say though everyone won on this meeting. I would say that. With this, I would like to conclude the meeting. But before concluding, a small announcement. On 25th, we will be having a special kind of meeting. We are planning that and EC would be announcing. However, the one thing that will be done would be the EC installation in the next meeting for the next tenure. So do not miss the next meeting and be ready for the different surprises that we have all packed and jammed up together. Any other announcement, Toastmaster Vikram as a VP Education?
I think no, it's okay.
Okay, great. With this, I'd like to conclude the meeting and conclude the day. Thank you so much.